prepared by going to foxbyvegas.com and click on the school link.
Well, welcome back. More. We continue our countdown to the classroom. Maybe your family moved and your children are enrolled in a new school. This can stress you out, and especially your kids. Marriage and family therapist Amy Hachquet has tips to help you all get through the new school year. And we were chatting during the break that back to school blues, a lot of kids going through that right now, and parents too.
It's the end of summer vacation as we know it. It can be a tough time as they transition back into that routine.
And tell us some advice that you have for kids and especially the parents too.
Well, it's a tough time for some folks because, you know, it could be new kit, new classroom, new teachers, possibly a new school. So keep the communication lines open with your child. Ask them to share their concerns and then role play with your child or play out the scenarios that they are worried about. And this will give them a greater sense of control in knowing how to respond. So for example, have your child play the part of the demanding teacher or the classroom bully, and then you as a parent model that appropriate response so that they know how to handle that. And then just practice, practice, practice.
Now, another one that you have here is encourage your kids to face his or her fears. And a lot of kids nowadays, I mean, with social media, things we didn't have to deal with, they have to deal with. And you mentioned bullies. Yes,
absolutely. If your child shares concerns, don't invalidate their feelings. Validate their feelings, but also move them toward a problem-solving mode. Because in our adult minds, it's easy to say, you know, don't worry, everything's going to be fine, right? Because we know there's probably not a lot to worry about and everything is going to be fine. But to kids in particular, they're navigating these experiences and their fears are valid. So acknowledge that, but then redirect them to, okay, how can we solve these problems? Let's say that your worst fear comes to pass. How can we handle it? How will you handle the situation? And then this gives them also another idea as to, you know, how can I respond to this? And it empowers the child.
Oh, I love that. And let's talk also about the parents, because a lot of times we focus on, obviously, the kids are their back to school blues and they have to get back to school, but the parents too. What advice do you have for the parents?
So for parents or caretakers, be mindful of your own behavior because kids are very sensitive to something called emotional climate. So depending on the level of anxiety you have in your home, for example, parents dropping off kids for the first time, that's challenging. It can be anxiety provoking to leave your baby in the hands of a new teacher in a new environment. And if your child's a little bit nervous, then, you know, they're going to also sense that from you. So model confidence, and the motto is, you know, if my parents are cool, I can be cool too.
But it's okay to show a little emotion, right? Because I know a lot of parents, when they do drop off their babies, as you mentioned, for the very first time, tears will be flowing.
Yes, the moms are hiding behind the big black sunglasses. It's okay.
And the dads too. We can't forget the dads.
Possibly, sometimes.
So what other advice do you have as we head back to school? The kids head back on Monday.
Well, if you can, start that routine ahead of time. You know, I remember as a child, the night before summer vacation was coming to an end, just lying in bed a couple hours earlier than normal, right? Because you're getting ready for this early morning routine, and just kind of dreading the next monotonous, you know, 9 months that would follow. So, you know, these milestones are very important. Make sure that you handle them with care, and you know, just give yourself time to adapt and acclimate to a new school year setting.
And also remind kids that school is a good thing. A lot of times we like freak them out by saying, oh no, you have to go back to school, but it's fun time for them.
It can be. It's all in how we position it and how we frame it for them.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. Jason and Sean, back to you guys.
Yeah, detention was really fun. Yeah. You know, school is